right, we live.
I
We are live.
Hey, we up in there, boy, making money moves Monday.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
y'all know,
Oh man.
kill them phones quick. Know they going on.
hey, y'all
Yeah.
hear the money moves started as soon as we
Hey,
went.
I promise you it's a
Say the
customer. I
money
get back
gone.
with him, but it's a
Them
customer.
money moves started as soon as we went live.
As soon as we came on, hey, there it is.
So it's your
That's
boy.
usually how I go.
I'm already ready. We got my guy John and Alex. They up in this boy from Side Hustler University. And
Yes, sir.
today, what we dealing with, we started last Monday, and we was basically introduced, just getting to know everybody, so y'all know who we are. Who are these guys? Who are these guys that numbers growing on YouTube, that TikToks is just starting? So now y'all know it. So what we were dealing with last week was hobbies, and so I gave the definition of hobby. I look at a hobby like something that you're doing, and the currency is compliments instead of current. So you're getting paid with compliments. Somebody said, "Man, that's great, man. Keep up the good work," and you really ain't just getting paid from it, unless you're John and Alex. Now they get paid for their hobbies. Now they call me out guard, like their hobby is making money is a hobby to them. So
it got to be.
Well,
They
it's
stand
supposed to be
out.
fun when you do it. That's why I call them hobby, side hustle, however you want to do it. Hey, you better have fun and get paid.
And so we're dealing with how to go from a hobby to a side hustle, how to go from a side hustle to a business, and how to actually package that business up and sell it, then start that thing all over again. So that's kind of what we dealing with. That's what we're dealing with tonight. And so let's dig into this hobby. Let's dig into hobbies. Name some of y'all hobbies. Like one of my hobbies was, at one point, it was music. So music was one of my hobbies. I enjoyed doing music. I thought that actually music was my gift. I thought that was my gift until I realized that music was just fruit from my gift. My gift is creative thinking. So anytime I sit down and just start thinking about something, it's like I see it. Just music was the first thing that just started jumping, and first thing that people start complimenting me, and I'm like, man, I'm good at this. And so I realized that I almost stuck to it. Like I almost just made that the only thing I was doing, because that was the first thing somebody celebrated me about. Or the first thing I won a talent show. I'm like, oh man, I'm good. So when I realized that music was just fruit from my gift, then I just started just using that creative thinking towards anything. Started doing it towards business. Started doing it towards creating product for the music. And so that was one of my hobbies that actually ended up started making money and actually turned into ministry for me. So we're gonna run John. What was a hobby? Let's go with one of your hobbies. What one of your hobbies?
Let me think. I'm trying to think of something I did that. I'd probably say now. No, I don't know if I ever approached it as a hobby or looked at it kind of like you just said. I'm trying to think of something.
Ours has always been a hustle versus a hobby.
So, to me, it's been more of a hustle than a hobby. Meaning,
I'm gonna tell you one: selling candy. When we were young, we used to sell candy. Go to the store, take $2 that we made from a football game, little league football game. We would take $1.50 and buy candy and turn it around and flip it. I like the candy, so I'm eating sweets, but I'm getting paid to resell sweets. So that was probably one of the first hobbies.
That probably one of the first ones, selling it in church too.
Yeah,
so,
I sold candy too, man. We done been there.
I still sell something now.
I had on the book bag. I take that book bag to school, man. My book bag turned to a refrigerator, man.
Yeah.
So
if I had to say something, I'd probably think I would say selling like gadgets, like we mentioned last week, the phone cases, uh,
Yeah,
different style headphones. Let me see if I can look in the office and see something else I might can. Just electronic. I never really got beyond finding a hot electronic that's selling and reselling it. I never really. That's one thing I never really just because it was a hit and miss. I make money for a while, uh, and even when I found good deals, a lot of times I was impacted by other people being able to get the same product at the price I was or cheaper. So it would dwindle your market real fast. So if I had to say one, probably the phone cases, we sold them for a while, but we didn't never. I think once we tried to do the deal with like the civic centers where we can have them in there and they vend them out for us. Once that deal went or that opportunity went entertained, it's kind of like, okay, I'm looking at something now, I still got some, but it ain't nothing that I want to sit out and wait on somebody to call me for a phone case or I'm at a certain spot. Because what we used to do with them was events. So different events, we knew what people would be out there and their phone gonna die. When they go to holler about their phone dead, who got a charge? We solving your problem right there on the spot.
Okay.
Hey, give you the power in your hand.
So, Alex, would yours be the same thing?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. That was one of the very first things that I found that was something I felt like everybody needed was a charge because people don't want that gadget to die in their hand.
And I'm gonna say this now, kind of going way back again. I call my granddaddy the OG of side hustle. You got the original gangsters, and you got I'm gonna call him the original side hustle. My granddaddy with a third grade education. Of course, he wasn't working on big time corporations, so he found ways to mess up people's tape line until he learned how to cut hair. He started out with 2 lawnmowers, and me and my older brother will be cutting the yard, and Alex will be picking up the paper. So we eventually turned that thing into, where we were some of the younger kids who did have $5, $10 some weekends. So I think seeing that you can have money beside a job, I think those first experiences stuck with me.
Okay.
And hedge trimming. I mean, back then, you could cut a whole yard for $2.
So any viewers that's watching this, if it's replay, put your hobby below. Put your hobby in the comment below. Let us know what was some of your hobbies that you had growing up. So did y'all play sports or anything?
I'm gonna tell you like this. Yeah, we played what they call sandlot. Sandlot playing. We had dirt road back then, so we played everything on the dirt road. Actually, I got a knot on one side of my forehead from playing football. 2 dudes picked me up and slam on my head. It ain't been that knot ain't went on. That gotta be out 30-some years ago.
So it's about a 40 year.
That ain't real Georgia Clay we talk about over here, man. So we didn't play organized sport because my grandma used to have this saying that ain't nobody got no insurance money. You go out there and get broke up. Ain't nobody got no insurance money to take you to the doctor. So we never played. My older brother ended up playing in the 10th grade.
So what's your thoughts about that right now, being at the age y'all at right now? The statement that was made, like you ain't got no insurance money. What's your thoughts about doing something outside of making money right now? Something that can actually athletic or sport wise. How do y'all just balance like, hey, I'm at the age now, I need to be getting in this bag. I can't afford to actually. So is that the thought process now?
Well, yeah and no. For me, I can go back and still think we created a football league in the neighborhood, and we used to play other neighborhoods. I was talking about shoulder pad helmets, and we ended up creating our own league.
Yeah, now that.
So you'll go out there and play now?
No, I mean I'll do a little pass catching, but not to the time out tackling.
No, you ain't hit me right now. And we really, as a
Let
young
them
boy,
heal
say,
inside.
I'm gonna cut you low. You can't cut me low no more.
So kind of with me, my transition was pickleball. So it's like I like playing basketball, but I'd rather be out there with some 70-year-old playing some pickleball.
And I thought about that now. They say they meet up on Sundays at the boy club, and I thought I just ain't went yet, but
it's some networking. It's some networking.
Yeah, you ain't gotta talk about it. You ain't say no more.
They pickleball.
Yeah, I have. You might see me with some little shorts on that weekend.
It got to be the Isaiah Thomas Detroit Pistons shorts now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. I thought about starting a cornhole league. Me and bro play cornhole, so cornhole is one of the pastimes. That's my new sport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's dig into.
And I did youth coaching for 3 years. So I coached youth football for 3 years, and actually one of the only teams in Georgia to go to the NFL
Hall of Fame.
the Hall of Fame. So we actually went and played at the Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio. So for 3 years I loved it.
So you're qualified for coaching?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. It was more about, of course, it's about winning, but to give kids an opportunity I didn't have. I like to help them find that confidence in themselves. I used to see a lot of kids come out. You can tell their parents sent them out there for whatever reason, but by the time the season over, at least they had some fighting. At least they believed in themselves more than they did when they came a part of the team. So. With me, that means more than the record.
Let everybody see the Hall of Fame trophy, man. From the Hall of Fame coach. Get on up and show everybody.
I don't know if I can pull the trophy down, but I can pull the hat down.
Man, you can bring the trophy on down. Let somebody see the Hall of Fame.
Let me see here. So that's my National Youth Hall of Fame hat. They get on the gold jacket. They gave us the gold hat.
Yeah.
So.
That was up right there.
I really enjoyed that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I really enjoyed that. And
he's a Hall of Famer.
That was a hobby, but at the same time, I was looking at opportunity.
So let's deal with that. Or anything else you want to tap into. But how do a person turn a hobby into a side hustle? What advice would you give somebody? Or even with, let's just say with the coaching, that was a hobby. So how do you take? I
can show you a lot of. Well, for one thing, with that particular sport, vending would be one of the biggest things because you got to think each league may have, like we had 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So you got 4 teams. So you're talking about young people, then you're talking parents. So you could sell a lot of merch. Then they have what they call tournaments. So you can host a tournament and make money from hosting a tournament. You can sell sports paraphernalia, anything from jewelry, jerseys, sleeves, hats, book bags. All that stuff. It can create a lucrative market for you. And that's kind of a great idea of turning your hobby. The first thing you want to look at when turning my hobby to a side. First, I need to see what I'm doing. And one of my biggest things now is price points. Because a lot of people, and I don't want to call out a certain industry, but a lot of people got a product. Just say if you got a product or a hobby and your product is only $5. Look at how many sales you got to make some money. You know what I'm saying? You got to sell 100. You got to make 100 sales to make $500. So if you're talking about turning this to a real business, now you got to be thinking about what type of sales I got to make to really generate enough significant income so I can potentially, if I'm working a job, leave a job, or I can turn this into something full-fledged. Now, while it can start at a low price point, you better have something that you already got in mind that you can upsell or add on that'll increase the revenue and the profits of what you're selling. So that's the first thing I look at when I'm looking at a hobby and something I want to get involved in is what kind of revenue can I make? And I always want to make the highest amount of profit in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of investment, especially starting out, because you don't want to take a lot of risk. Most people who get into their hobby or something, they don't have a big significant amount of income, or they're not starting it with a loan. Most people are starting it with money either they're saved or or they just starting it from zero, really from scratch with the stuff they already have. So they don't have a lot of revenue to market it to bigger audiences or anything. So they really start with friends, family, local community. But again, like I said, if you start selling something you ain't making, but your highest product, you only profiting $2, you got to do a lot of hustling to make some real money. So
keep doing what you're doing already to make your money. Cause that you're gonna get burned out.
Yeah, it's a chance of you getting burned out.
Okay. So anybody that's on that's live right now, throw out one of your hobbies. Throw out a hobby, and I'm gonna see can the Side Hustler University show you how to take that hobby and how to make some money out of that hobby. We get anybody on here, throw out a side hustle, and we're gonna see. Not a side, throw out a hobby. I want to see.
Yeah, throw out a hobby. Throw out a hobby. I'm gonna show you how to get paid off of it. Man, we always got a saying. It's a town right around here that got a manure field. So we always like to say if they can sell piles of manure, we know I can sell anything. So go on, throw your hobby in the chat.
So the first one starting with is the first one, music. Arts.
Okay, so oh man. So they're gonna go that way with it. I think, well, I don't want to say I think. If I wanted to make money from music right now, my first idea would be I got to build some type of community because there's so many different flavors of music and different people doing music. You always want to know what's gonna make you different. What's gonna make, because when you look at it, it ain't the best rapper that make the most money. To me, it's the man who is the best businessman. So a lot of times we go into things with our emotion or what we think or what we feel, and in reality, that ain't gonna get you paid. So I may want to start trying to print out no CD like back in the day, trying to flip no CD. If I had to turn my music to some money right now, I'd probably try to come up with my most catchy slogan. I'd probably try to print it on a t-shirt, print it on a hat, print it on some cups, put it out there. I'm gonna create me a Facebook page with that slogan, that lead. I'm gonna try to partner up with me some other people who maybe already got a similar following or in the same arena that I am, and help try to get some free promo to push what I'm doing. And then you just got to take that money that you make and reinvest it. But you're gonna sell some t-shirt, cups, hats. You talking about flea markets. You talking about, you just got to get in front of the right people with that stuff, though. If you relate with them, they gonna buy it.
Well, for me, I would have just made the best sound, music, intro, because you can turn that intro into money simply by it's a soothing sound. Music is one of those things almost like money. It's universal. If you got the right just sound, you ain't had to say nothing. So if
who you gonna sell it to?
Shoot, you can sell it. Well, you can find somebody to sell. You may sell the beat versus your words.
I can go for that, but now I'm gonna tell you this: just from what you said, if I was gonna do that, maybe I'd go to something like Fiverr or Upwork and try to create an intro, not just specifically for me, but like for people starting a YouTube channel or a podcast. If I'm good with that music, or I'm good with sounds and beats, I'm gonna create some fire for somebody who already looking to pay somebody. So somebody who's saying, "Hey, I'll go find a group on Facebook with somebody that's geared around podcasts and stuff like that, and you're gonna find somebody in that group. I can promise you, they're gonna say, "Hey man, I need somebody to help me create a good intro." There you go. Now, and just to say that, Facebook is really a gold mine if you know how to use it. A lot of times, even me, I've been guilty of this in the past. I come to Facebook looking to what I say push my agenda, but now what I do, I call it eavesdropping. I go in the groups and eavesdrop to see what they saying they painting with, and we call it the low hanging fruit. So it's somebody who needs some and they need it today. That's the man I want to serve right now because I ain't really got a lot of money. So where he might say, I want an intro. Can you create me an intro for your YouTube? I may say, yeah, I'm going to create you an intro and an outro for the same price. I don't want him even thinking about getting nobody else. And if I do him right and he like it, well, when somebody hear it too, they may say, well, man, who created yours? So now that's how I create that hobby around, the music side. That's probably what I do anyway. Come to think of it, that's just them two together. I just create me something and sell it to somebody already doing music. It wouldn't even be about my music right now.
There you go.
I just find somebody who already in the lane, want to spend some money, sell them something, I give me a little money, then I can start working on my project.
Well, that's what the great Timberlands and all of those guys, they weren't the best rappers, but they made the sound. So that's why I said I would have just took an instrumental or the sound and put it with somebody else. Because guess what? More the people that making the music, making the sounds or the beats make more money than the rapper do.
So let's touch on that. So you just said something right there. So the owner of the label that I'm partnered with, he said the artist is not the one making the money.
No.
And so let's bag up. So it was a guy named Snipe Young. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Snipe Young. He in California right now. He's from Birmingham. And he had a rap group, the Christian rap group, and it was called SYL Family. So they was known for like, have y'all ever heard the thing outside crunking in your side? They do it at the football games and pep rallies.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Okay. He created that.
Wow.
So he created that chant. And so he did some tracks for me, a lot of like the Memory Lane song. I got this out now. He created that song. So he done got Grammys. He done did some stuff on Beyonce Lemonade album. You name these artists he got. But what he did though, he creates sounds like for the beat machine. So people go and buy like the hi-hats, the clicks and everything. So he actually making the sound. So not only is he making money for producing songs, every time somebody use
royalties,
their software and create a song using his hi-hat, his clap, he get a royalty from that. So just imagine how many producers is all over the world. So he done tapped into let me create something for the producers.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
that's why I said that. You don't want to get so caught up. I done been there. When you get so caught up in thinking you got the greatest idea in the world. I'm looking at what's turning the money, man. When you're talking business, and this one of the things, the culture shocks in our culture right now. The word entrepreneur go around so easy that you can be an entrepreneur and ain't selling that, ain't making no money. Not that you may not be trying, but it's just maybe some things you just don't know. For me, it was a lot of I just was ignorant at a lot of things. And a lot of times I got away from what I was good at, trying to imitate or emulate somebody who I felt like had more influence than I did or felt like I may wanted to be like. But, so you definitely have to evaluate your situation because it could be somebody starting new in music. It can be somebody starting that already got experience. Them will be two different situations. So you want to always, the first thing, evaluate where you're at.
And evaluate where you're going and start moving in that direction.
So the next one is somebody love cleaning. How do they actually make money off of cleaning? How would you turn that? How they just do it around the house? it bringing them joy just to walk around the house and clean stuff.
Record a video of a before and after when you started something and you stop and post it. Maybe using something, maybe a simple chemical, your own mixture. Just say if it was your bathtub. Started off, it was dirty. Now you got it all bright white. What was your steps? You want your bathtub clean like this? Hire me.
So you saying create a cleaning product.
Either a cleaning product, or you can create a video of you cleaning it, and then somebody hire you. You got a link for them to click and hire you to come do it.
So basically, you showing them how to actually get business. So he basically marketing. So he's saying first, actually do a video of you cleaning. Do a video and then post that video so you can actually start getting people to come and book you to come and clean a spot. Okay, yeah. So add to that, John. Add to what Ali just said.
I'm gonna be honest. If I wasn't shame, I'd show you my office and you got your first client right here. Wow, this thing need a cleaning, man. You know, I put some down. You know, I'm always like this. I'd rather focus on me making some money and pay somebody who enjoy cleaning than me doing the spick and span game. I ain't the spick and span man. But so I'm gonna tell you what I do probably.
I know what you would do.
I'll put me an ad out there and get what? My first job, I'm just doing on the strength. I want to find me somebody. I may put a contest out there telling you, boy, your house ain't nasty. Or something like, and I get in that first one. Like he said, I get in that first one and I get that. I'm going to tell them now, the only reason I'm going to do this free, I ain't going to put your name and your address out there, but I'm going to film this situation. And then I'm going to go through here. And from there, man, they going to, somebody going to say, hey, if they clean that up, it is what it is. You can clean that. I need you.
Okay,
I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's hard with the cleaning. I think when it comes to that, probably you're gonna get stuck at it, pricing or your time. Them gonna be the things that gonna have to be thought out versus I want to clean something up.
Okay, so that deal with your.
And ask them if they say cleaning, what are they cleaning? Is it a car? Is it a house? You know.
They probably talking about a house, no more like.
They talking about a house. They talking about so. Now y'all, how can they subcontract that? How do that look? Have y'all ever did that? Have y'all ever had something y'all had to clean and y'all got somebody else to do it and y'all got paid?
Yeah, I always like to tell the story of the $10,000 website. Well, I ain't punched one button. All I did was found a man that had his idea of this great website. He potentially might think he wanted to compete with Mark Zuckerberg, who else. He wanted what he wanted. I found some people who can do it. And the only thing I did was make the deal go through. They did the work. I collected the money. Me and them agreed on a price. And I walked away with probably $700-800 out the deal. So I might have paid them $2,200. And I walked away with $700-800 and I ain't do nothing. So in the cleaning sense of it, while you thinking about just you cleaning, fine. What about it? It may be 3 more people got the same desire to clean just as bad as you. But get what? They can't find no work either. So instead of me finding work for me, I'm gonna find work for these 3 people over here. And we gonna create some type of partnership. You got a problem. You can't find no work, but you good at cleaning. So
I'm gonna be the cleaning agent. Yeah. I'm gonna be the broker for the cleaners.
That's all I'm gonna do.
So then y'all just have a situation that some pews or something need to be cleaned.
Yeah, we did.
So how did y'all handle that? Did y'all clean it?
No.
Hold on. So you trying to tell me somebody paid y'all to
$2,000 for less than an hour worth of work? We went and got the man. We provided him the chemicals he would need to use. Told him what he was required to do, and we started in air conditioning.
Just went in and re-inspected after he got finished doing what he doing. And he was
how did the people
It was a referral. Because see, now I'm gonna say this: making yourself available. Now during the pandemic, I ain't gonna say for one reason we were the only one can come up with masks and gloves and solution when couldn't nobody else come up with it. So during that time, we kind of got known for the guy that had a product that you need, and a lot of people just stayed in contact with us. And when they thought about it, they called and said, "Hey man, y'all still do this?" Because we actually bought one of the sanitizing blower machine that you ride on your back with. So somebody called and said, "Hey, do y'all still do?" We like, I don't never say no, cause even if I ain't gonna do the job, I ain't talking about no now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out, man. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to make the deal go through. Yeah, I still do it. Just tell me what the job required, then I'll tell you, no, I ain't gonna mess with that. Or hold on, let me go find me somebody that okay, hey man, come on. You want to make your little money? So I keep me a pipeline of people that good at what they do, just like I'm good at what I do.
But the biggest thing is the network.
Yeah, network. Don't let me
networking. And the funny story said about the COVID situation. It was somebody else called us and told us about the solution that was going, that was about.
Bro, don't put the recipe out.
I can't put the recipe out. But I'm gonna just tell y'all.
I didn't know you'll get to talking and don't do that. Don't tell the recipe.
No, but what I was gonna say is he couldn't see what he really had because he could only see it one way. So he was like, so I was like, hey man, can you send me what you got? What you talking about? So he sent it to me. I called him. I called my brother. I said, hey man, I got a gold mine. Ain't nobody doing this. We need to get this. The only thing I need you to do, I'll be home in about an hour. I need you to go ahead and find out who got it. By the time I got home, he had to find out who had it. When we went and got it. And I'm talking about we made plenty of money. I'm talking about the price of it, though the profit margin was
insane. We're gonna leave it at that. It was insane.
What you made was insane. Astronomical numbers. Like from Earth to Pluto. I would just say that.
Yeah, so it's it ways. I think a lot of times we just complicate getting going. The starting process can always be hard because it's figuring some things out, and every action you take may not lead to a direct transaction. It may lead to you. It may lead to you being introduced to the person who you need to meet.
Yeah,
we had a comment. Something just popped up.
Yes, I can't see it. I was trying to look on my Facebook page. Let me see.
Yeah, so that's what would be? Am I still here? We good?
Yeah, you still there? I see. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just unstable. Next time I have to plug it into the router.
We good.
But so let's say with the kid entertainment business, how do a person take kid entertainment? They just love being in the kid entertainment field. How do they actually turn that to a side hustle? How do they make money from that industry?
Well, first of all, you got to look at what you're dealing with. How many times we done seen kids somewhere with their parent, they start crying and the parent gonna spend the money. I like to call it's just a money line. Kid got birthday. How many parents celebrate their kid birthday from the time they born until what age they start? 18, 21? So you got 18 years to make money from one child. So think about all the kids in the world. Think about all the kids in the world that every kid got a birthday. Every kid gonna graduate. All these monumental moments. You just want to be in position to provide different services that cater to this market. This is one of the most lucrative markets. I call it a money line. I just line up in the money line, man. Can you hear me, Ready? Sound like he's trying to come back on. We're gonna keep going till we get my guy Ready back on. But
yeah,
when it comes to, he was asking about kid entertainment, bro. I'm gonna let you say talk about it.
yeah. Well, kids entertainment is probably one of the most lucrative businesses I ever seen. I mean, we all been young once, and we know the things that we wanted to do, and we all don't have kids, and we know how we want to spoil our kids. So now think about you, the adult. Other people want to spoil their kids, so why won't you just cater to that need? And you can really make tons and tons of money, almost on autopilot. Hire people to do the work, and you sit back and reap the rewards.
And it's not just sell them. You want to be able to provide great service. That's you always want to. We interact with the kids we deal with. We give back. We support them. Some parents sometimes reach out to my kid doing this, and you're gonna have to, they've been my customer the last 3-4 years. I ain't got a problem buying the popcorn or whatever. So it's a relationship. It's more than a transaction. It's a relationship. But you got to think about it when you're talking. Like right now, we in back to school season, and where we from. So shoes, clothes, all this stuff being purchased without a thought. So impulse buy going on. So you want to provide things that they already conditioned about. Just being real with you.
Well, put yourself in having the back to school parties that you don't see or you may don't been a part of. So why didn't you have something to entertain the people that are hosting the back to school parties? I mean, we just did a couple over the weekend, and I mean, it was very lucrative, short time, and we had a good time. And to see the expression on kids' face always is priceless.
Yeah, and then knowing they going back to school, they want to get that last burst of energy out. They want to hang out, they want to have fun. So it just create a market, and it's a market for it. And I don't think it can get saturated because regardless, you can only be at one place at one time. Of course, you can hire the staff, but you talking city to city, state to state, country to country. This ain't a one size fit all thing. This everywhere thing going on. So getting in that lane, the kids entertainment, it definitely been a big blessing. And we look forward to continue to find exciting things that kids enjoy doing, that we can invest in to bring more excitement. A lot of time we hear, especially in our local community, now the kids ain't got nothing to do. So when you hear it, that's a need in the market.
Yes,
that's right.
Free. That's a free game.
Yeah. So they get creative and help them to get something to do. I would love. I ain't gonna say it, but a trampoline park. Yeah, I would love to do it. But to say they're gonna be a winner, I can see it. But I think just having stuff, the businesses I like to invest in don't take a lot of money to start.
We got our man Ready back. Welcome back.
What's going on, Ready? You back?
Hey, what's up, man? Somebody need to have a side hustle selling me some Wi-Fi, man.
You see what I'm saying? The man got a problem over there. It's that simple. You keep him from going online, get what he gonna do? Send that bill in every month.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking about the kids' entertainment and how we was just talking from the standpoint of parents always buying their kid, investing back in their kid, whether it's clothes. Right now, school, going back to school is so big. So think about if you were in position to provide entertainment, clothing, shoes, haircuts. And I know you probably saying, well, man, we got enough barber shops and this here and that there. Well, that's where you got to find that unique niche in the market.
Yeah. I can't say you got it because everybody, if you like me, I don't like to wait at the barber shop. I want to go in, sit in the chair, get my hair cut, get out. That's me. So you got other people that think that way. So what if you could have that mobile barber shop, or that one they can call and book an appointment, stop by the house, or you show up at the house. You pull up on them and you cut their hair there from the convenience of their home. They ain't got to go. Now guess what? You just changed the game. The parent ain't got to leave the house to go take their child to get a haircut. You showed up, mobile barber shop. There's very few of those that I know of, but I ain't saying that it ain't out there, but there's very few that I've seen. That's one that you're a barber, you may want to think about being mobile.
It's a couple of guys got these Sprinter vans out here by me.
Oh,
and I turned them vans into barbershops. He hit it up, pull right up in your front yard.
Yeah, then thinking along with the software, man. We ain't gonna get into that tonight, but all on need booking software.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you can get somebody to put that type of thing in play. Now you talking about the royalty money, the residual money. That's that there's gonna be a lesson down the line. We're gonna talk about that, but it's always a way to be thinking.
Well, now I'm gonna give y'all out all the things we asked about. I mean, from the cleaning, from the music. Then nobody asked how I can create my payment. You better have your payment method when you're talking about you're going to do these businesses, because the worst thing you want to do is only can accept cash. Okay, you got to be there. What if you need a deposit before you show up? You want to already have some kind of money in hand before you show up.
I gotta have.
Whether it's a $10 security deposit, 50, 100, we always require 50% of whatever it is that we're doing. You got a 50% non-refundable. We'll let you know why. Because if I take my time and I take my date off of the book, because you say you want it, then you got to pay me for that value. If you change your mind, because one of the very few things we did when we first started One of the Kids Entertainment, somebody had on saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna do." They had just did business prior, so going off of face value, as I call it. Okay, they just did this business with us. They just spent $1,000 with us. I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna pull the trigger again. Okay, we took this date off. Somebody else called and wanted it, but we were so certain that they was gonna do it. Called at the last minute, hey, we ain't gonna be able to do this XYZ. So now we missed money because we was certain that this person was gonna do it because they did business prior. So always have your requirement so that you get paid. If they default on it, hey, look, you don't already explain that it ain't like you taking advantage of them because your time is valuable, or you don't turn other money down. You don't turn down guaranteed money.
Yeah.
For non-guaranteed.
Yeah, it's just business.
Yeah. That's man. Let me tell you why I dropped the ball at. So I fix computers. So I fixed somebody's computer. They had an iMac. And next month will be 2 years from the time I done had their computer. And I didn't put in place that, after a certain amount of time, it's gonna be storage fees gonna get added to this.
Not in my computer.
Yeah, and now it's my computer. I didn't put that in place. So last week, Friday, I said, man, I need another iMac at the house. It's been sitting at the store. Customers keep coming in saying, man, they want to buy it. I'm like, man, that's somebody's computer. So the person there keeps saying they'll wait like 3 or 4 months and say, hey, I'm going to come pick it up today. Don't show up. They didn't already paid for it and everything. They didn't already paid for the repair and everything. And so I was like, man, I'm going to take the computer home. So I took it to the house. And I'm like, man, tomorrow what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the computer, I'm going to take it to my office. I'm going to go and set it up because I need to record some music. And I think GarageBand on it and all that. So that day that I'm going to take it to, the lady called. And she said, hey, you still got my computer? I was like, I said, it's no longer at the store. I got it in storage now. So I'm considering my house storage. And I want to say, hey, it's at my house. So I like, it's in storage now. And so she was like, can I come tomorrow and pick it up? And my thought was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and bring it with me to the store. I'll bring it out the store to the store so you can come up and get it. And so that day I was like, man, I need me a break, man. I ain't finna go eat. I'm finna chill. I'm finna knock out some music stuff. So I thought about like, man, that's supposed to be me. So I hit her back and I was like, man, I ain't finna be able to, I ain't gonna even be in the store today. We can meet tomorrow, which was Sunday. Sunday came, pouring down raining. I'm like, I can't. But if I would have did what y'all talking about, put something in place.
Yeah, you got to.
Because if not, you're gonna be running around in circles, and you steady reaching out, and they steady saying that they gonna come and do, they gonna do, and now you in trouble because they really ain't doing, and it really costs you more time. You don't have it for 2 years. Whatever she paid you, ain't paid you for the storage fee that you don't have it.
Well, you want to start, even when you start in a hobby, you want to have some principles in play.
Yes.
That you start from the ground, from the bottom foundation. Don't think it's just getting out here selling somebody something. That's the end of it. Nah, you wanna start out on the right track. Therefore, if it grow to that, you ain't gotta revisit them situations and be like, oh man, I done built something now, but now I got all these. Hey, right, out the rate. How you been doing? That one of my hustling partner there. Okay. I mean, we probably gonna have to get you on. That what we're gonna do down the line. Start bringing some guests on, where they can share their story.
That's what's up. So,
did anybody else mention another hobby?
Let me see. Do we got any more hobbies on here? Any more hobbies? Any
or
more
if
hobbies?
Or if it one you can throw off the top of your head, we can work him.
So
what time we at?
I got somebody. We probably got
46 minutes.
See, 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
So I got somebody that actually in the catering business.
I knew it.
Woo!
I knew it. Well, you know what? Really, when I talk with somebody who in them type business, the first thing I like to find out what they already doing. So, is it an established catering business or is it okay? I've catered some events, but
they do weddings. So they say they do weddings and stuff like that. They desire a food truck. But what kind of advice would you give them?
They probably move more toward that food truck. They're gonna be one thing because you got to think about a marriage. Just say if everybody get married one time, then it's over. You limited with the amount of people that's get married in a certain amount of time. And if it's more caterers in your area, if you're in a small area, then you're gonna be limited to the amount of people you can service. Another thing could be if there's something you really want to do and you're ready to invest on a higher scale level, is you can start providing a premium service where you not only maybe providing the catering side, but kind of get into the entertainment,
the decorating,
and just doing a phenomenal job. But now if catering only your thing, I would probably be looking toward more of the food truck than just catering different events. Even though you can, but I wouldn't know exactly what's gonna make somebody pick me versus me doing some. I got to be doing some extensive marketing. I mean, I got to be doing some phenomenal marketing. I got to have some professional videos. I got to have some testimonials.
Pictures.
I got to have pictures. Yeah, when I look at my computer, I need to be trying to bite a piece of it like the piece been bit out that apple. I need to be that hungry. That kind of stuff that's gonna make somebody say, "Man, that look good." Because a lot of times I buy desserts and stuff like that. Just because I look at it, I'm like, "Well, it look like she know what she's doing." So, you can use that method. Yeah, you definitely can use that method. But I think when you're talking community wide, man, you gotta have some people in them communities that's to be able to turn that to a full-fledged business.
And my whole thing is your price points. versus what's already in your area. How your price point's gonna have to be, or your presentation gonna have to be able to match your price point. Because if you're saying, okay, well, I'm catering at $20 a plate, make sure that you making more than $30 because you ain't catering by yourself. You're gonna have a staff. You want to make sure that you're not being in the red at the end of the catering. Say, okay, this catering event gonna pay me $2,000, but by the time I don't travel, plates, decoration, food, time, staff, I ain't make the $200 at the end of the event. You might as well went on. I always teach people. I can go out there and stand in front of Walmart or Home Depot with a sign, and in a day or two, I'll make that money. And so you don't want to waste your time. Say it don't took you 12 hours, but you only made $200 profit. Now you divide that 12 by 2, woo, you in the hole.
And then you got to know what you're good at cooking. I think that's one thing. A lot of times we try to have that extensive menu when it's this one particular thing that'll make somebody keep calling you back. You see?
Well, let's say the one thing is desserts. So how would you run that play? Desserts, they specialty.
I'm gonna take my best dessert, and that's the only one I'm gonna see.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna even do it better. I'm going to the person who already catered and tell them, look, you ain't got to make no more dessert. I'm gonna get you more business because she the caterer. She want more. I'm gonna get you more business because they're gonna be craving where you got these dessert from. I can promise you this. And the first time we're gonna work there, I'm gonna bring them desserts in there, and when they begging you, where you get them from? Yeah, so that's what I would do. I wouldn't even try. Yeah, I try to find somebody who already booked up. They ain't got time to create the dessert, or they may not be as good at creating desserts as I am. So they already got me
to these restaurants. Like you said, I'm gonna go to restaurants, these barbecue joints and everything.
There you go.
And I'm gonna be
small businesses.
Yeah, yes, I'm the dessert man.
I'm the dessert man.
Yeah, when I show up, you're gonna know it going down. That's what I'm gonna. Yeah, I ain't gonna try to be because I'm good at cooking desserts. I'm gonna try to fry the chicken and the biscuits now. I'm gonna have the dessert where it is. And then you got to think about it. Like, bro, you mentioned a real key word, presentation. A lot of times we may be great at cooking a cake, but we'll take it, slice the cake, put it in them little plastic thing, and sell them for $5. Well, your cake may taste better than the cheesecake factory. But because you marketed it at such a low value, that's what I gave you what you asked for.
Because I always say this because I've ate at some upscale restaurants, and I'm pretty sure y'all don't seen it on TV, where the people only look like, I call it a pea-sized meal. You may got 3 to 4 ounces on the plate all together with your meat and your beans and all that. You may got 8 ounces, but the plate at $100. So you want to make that slice of cake almost look like a hot $100 slice of cake.
Yeah, I ain't getting you no full slice. I'm just giving you another taste. Once you taste it,
I got you.
Yeah, so it's a lot of marketing, psychology, and stuff that go along with building businesses, you know. So and that's some stuff we're gonna have to get into later on, but it's bigger than you just being the best cake cook. Well, that's what we mentioned earlier, and that's why I recommended that book, the email last week, because it gives perfect scenario on people who are good at what they do, but when it comes to turning it into a business, they ain't got the business savvy to turn it down.
What's the name of that book again?
It's the email. So the letter E, then a dash, then MYTH. And that's one of the best. That's probably one of the best straightforward entrepreneur books I read, because it gonna make you check yourself. You know, you'll look at yourself and be like, okay, yeah, I've been hollering on good at it, but let me look at that bank account. No, you're right. I may just know how to do it.
Okay. So the email, make sure y'all go and pick up. That's a book.
Yeah, go in there and check it out. You probably can find you probably can find on YouTube. Go to the bookstore. But that's another thing. You gotta start educating yourself around where it is you're looking to go.
So what you been reading, man? What kind of books do have you read to just put you in the position you in? What was the last book? 'Cause I know you done read a lot of books. What was the last book that both of y'all read?
Well, I'm gonna give you the very first book, that Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's all-time classic. Anybody, y'all, if you want to know how to get yourself together, read that one. If you start there, you guaranteed to be a winner by the time you finish. That's for me. Now he can may tell you on something else, but that one right there was a life changer for me.
You said
Right,
Think
the
and Grow
last
Rich.
book I'm reading is called "Is This Economy?" Hold on.
Okay.
In this economy, how money markets really work. So it really breaking down it, simplifying economics, where I really understand what's going on in the market. You know, how these people looking at markets and decide on if they want to invest in it, start a business this type way. So that's what, and it's in this economy, how money markets really work. That's the last book I've been reading.
Now that's a very good one. We ride down the road and listen to that one. And now I
They're
find
gonna make you think.
find myself watching Bloomberg. So, and if I don't know what Bloomberg is, go look it up. You know, it talks about stock and talks about stuff happening in the world, but it shows you how the way the world shifts when you look at this stuff.
Yeah, and it helps you to really this stuff helps you to start looking at it from a business perspective more than just a
Hustle.
emotional perspective. Because like I say, I'm guilty. I don't feel like I had the best idea, or I don't feel like this will work, or I knew I can. I knew if I got that, I can do this. And then when it happens, it don't go that way, or it don't stay that way, and you want to find out why. And then a lot of times, some people have great businesses or great business ideas, and they just don't have the knowledge behind it to get to where it is they need to go.
Or if it's a shift in the economy, it takes them down under there. So you want to start educating yourself on future plans. Look 10 years down the road, you know, look at what's going to be the next biggest thing that going to come. Because it can take one shift, and what you was doing today could have been booming. And then the whole economy shifts, and what was your gold mine no longer is a gold mine. You know, it dried up just that fast. So you want to try to stay ahead of the curve. Always study ahead. I'm gonna say 2 to 5 years where we at in Georgia. Sometimes some could be in Atlanta 3 years
It's
before it gets
cracking.
to the south.
I mute myself and let him start talking.
Go ahead. Look like Reddit unmuted himself. But yeah, that was what he asked.
Was the last book.
Read. And I got a host of books. I actually got a whole library here. I'm looking at Think and Grow Rich, a Whack Upside the Head. I don't study copywriting, marketing. So a lot of this stuff that I put some time into that allowed me to be able to be in some of the situations I'm in. And it ain't an overnight process. You got to think about you when you're talking about, and that's why I like to go study a lot of the guys, because I look at the time they put in. A lot of time we look at the today. We'll look at how he got, what he got today, but you ain't gonna look back at what he went through to get there. So to me, that's more intriguing than just looking at the right now thing.
Yeah, because
Take some time.
just from our experience. I mean, I can remember the time we were sharing the vehicle, and we were sharing the $5 the cheeseburger meal from McDonald's with 2 small drinks on the journey to where we're at now. So I mean, it ain't always been the king of side hustle university, but I'm gonna tell you the biggest journey was working on self, studying and learning self. I mean, the way you think, the way people think, and those psychologists and other things like that, man, it helps you along the way. Cause I used to be fearful to sell somebody something, and I knew I could do it, but it was the fear part of it that got me. You know, like what if they tell me no? And I mean, I was afraid of the word no worse
They
than
say yes.
Then they get.
I'm
I mean, worse than even getting the answer. I'm just on already draw the nose, and I ain't even asked nobody nothing. So I had them try to paint the conclusion before even getting getting the question out. And
yeah, and it's a big belief.
Man, I thought I had don't hit the Powerball.
Yeah, and it's a big belief in yourself. You got to learn how to continue to elevate that belief in yourself that, you know. And I think as you move forward, more and more things that get revealed to you. A lot of times we want to reveal earlier. And I truly believe everything we desire already exists. So ain't nothing created or destroyed. It's just by raising your level of vibrational awareness. Now you're able to see it. So it's gonna be the same thing you see today. You just gonna see it different, and you're gonna be like, I ain't see that back then. It's the same thing, but you're not the same person. You just won't be the same person.
Cool. So man, I want to respect everybody's time, man.
There we
so y'all gotta make sure that y'all come back next Monday for Making Money Moves Monday. Now we know what we're gonna be talking about next Monday. So come with y'all list of side hustles. So have y'all list of side hustles. Be thinking of what side hustles that you have, so we can actually show you how to turn that side hustle into a business. And then we're gonna actually talk about some of the side hustles that Alex and John that they have done. We want to
and yourself.
And yourself.
So we're gonna jump into some of the side hustles that they have had, and what worked with them, what didn't work with them. We want to dig in. We want to dig in. And these two guys right here, these two guys, they gonna get me on their level. They gonna get me. They gonna get me up. I'm gonna
tell you what one of my mentors told me when I made that same statement. Now he was a great marketer. He passed away. Much love for Lonnie Robinson. I was like, and I used to call him. I'd be like, Lonnie, man, one day I'm gonna get like you. Get what he told me. He said, John, it all depends on how you keep the scope. How you keep the scope. You saying you want to get like us, you already there. I admire you like you playing like you admire me, but I don't. I do.
When the man was name was already ready, he
already ready. Yeah, what are you waiting on? Yeah, so you know, you got the scoreboard, so I know you ain't gonna teach yourself on the scoreboard. I can't lose if I'm keeping the score. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Well, on the clock,
I ain't gonna lose that.
Hey, and mad respect for my nephew. When he was younger, you could never beat him in any game you played him in. When you got up on the scoreboard, he gonna pause the game and switch to the winning team. So you could never win. Now, he got the score the right way. So it's all about keeping the score. He kept the score the right way. He was always a winner. He was never a loser.
Yeah, he don't even know what lose. And I'll never forget. I'm gonna tell you, and we're gonna get off his first year, his second year playing Little League. So we went to we came from one program to another. So they was the team that he's supposed to went to. They were like, we already full. So they tried to send him to the team that wasn't really good, but we didn't know what was going on. But he knew. He was like, Daddy, I like, boy, you just get out here and play and show them, make them realize. He like, nah, Daddy, that's my team. I'm going to play on my team. And it was the winning team. So he don't really understand that talking about going and playing on the lose team and try to help the lose team win. He going with the winning team to keep winning.
From the start.
From the start.
But he learned that from an early age, because we always taught him from an early age to always be a winner. Always be observant. So now, you know, he always tell us, hey, look, I hire y'all. For the work that he don't want to do, he gonna come tell us.
His favorite word. I hire y'all. But we gonna get y'all out of here, man. We ain't gonna hold you. Make sure you come in with some side hustle next week, because we don't want the show to be all about us. And questions. A lot of y'all gonna watch this. You're gonna laugh. but you're gonna be like, well, man, I wish they would have said, I wish they would have talked about this. Comment in this post up under this video, or send an inbox, or show up next week with a pad and a piece of paper with your question, and then type it in when we go live, and I guarantee we can get it answered. We may even drag you on the screen if you want to come.
Well, I think that's what we should do. Just have a Q&A session next week. We're
gonna do that after the third series. We're gonna do that. We're gonna definitely come back with a live. Well, that whole day gonna be all about answering y'all questions live. But in the meantime, you can get them answered next week. So by the time we get to the end, you already have a side hustle. We make some money, so you can come on back and say, well, hey man, I listened to what you said. You'd rather say, I listened to what you said and I made a couple of $100, I made a couple of $1,000 versus waiting till we get to the Q&A and then trying to figure it out. So come on back next week with your question. And I always remember, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. You know, if you think you just going to come here, it's going to be easy. There ain't no thinking going on. Nah, you want to sit down after this, a conversation like this, say, well, hey, I wonder what them guys really did. I'm gonna ask them. Challenge me. Well, I got to tell you, because you ain't going to do nothing but pull something out of me that need to be pulled out. So challenge me that week. And as a matter of fact, I'm still looking for partners, because in a few weeks, I'm going to drop the video. So be on the lookout. I'm going to give y'all this sneak peek. In a few weeks, I'm going to drop the video, and it's going to be named The Last Side Hustle. So we already in the process of transitioning from side hustling. We're going to be more about investing in other side hustles and investing in already established businesses. So we already in that next quadrant on that higher platform that we talked about. But I ain't going to keep you no longer.
Yeah. And
so y'all need to go ahead and
go ahead.
Get that free coaching. Make sure y'all get that free coaching now. Y'all come with y'all questions next Monday, 7:30 Central Time. 7:30 Central Time. Come with y'all questions.
Anybody that don't make some money, we want to hear the testimony that you don't make some money from this video.
Yeah, you crank some up next week. Come and share it next week. All right, man. I appreciate y'all jumping on. We appreciate everybody jumping on. Till the next time, we're gonna end this live.
Now. Yeah.